The one thing that makes your beat sound terrible is that you're taking out the life of your beat. So here's the original beat, Griselda type beat. Now here's with an EQ that cuts out the life in this actual beat. The life exists from about 200 hertz or about 100 hertz all the way up to about 500 hertz. Most people cut this out and it sucks the life out of your mix. Here's before. Here's after. Now, most people are taught to clean up the mix by cutting out 200 to 400 hertz because that's where the mud exists. But the issue with that is that this zone, about 100 to about 400 hertz, has what are called the majority of the fundamental frequencies of the sounds in your mix. Long story short, what that means is you have a lot in common. You might have the bottom end of your snare there. You might have the low end of your vocal there. You might have the top end of your bass. You might have the part of the kick there. Everything kind of lives in this zone. So the moment we take it away, everything doesn't sound like it lives there anymore. And the fundamental frequency is what gives the most energy into a sound. That's the thing that drives the sound. If we take out all the fundamental frequencies of all the sounds, it just feels hollow and thin. And your beats are lacking that life factor. So I want you to revisit this area. I know we're taught to constantly cut this area from 200 to 400, but that's not always the case. So I'm just going to exaggerate this so you can hear it. I'm going to boost it just to show you that boosting it is not a bad thing all the time. Controlling individual sounds that have too much buildup here is what you want to do. But as far as all the sounds combined, if you take out too much of this zone, you lose the life. So I'm actually going to boost this. Okay, so it can add life. Let's switch this to only the sides. Now, this is a technique used on my, what was it, the SSL Fusion. Okay, so it has this thing on the sides where you can basically boost the sides. Okay, so let's click this, switch it to side mode, and we're going to boost in that same zone, but only on the sides this time. So this is the frequency we're boosting. And it adds a vibe to your track because now you have that warm frequency on the side. Now I'm exaggerating so you could hear it. Now the track feels alive. Another thing that's killing your mixes, this is like a bonus, is soft clipping your tracks too much. When you soft clip too much, you take out the transient energy of a sound. And I'm a sound designer, and I can tell you there's something weird about transients, that our ear needs the transient to find a sound very, very interesting. So the moment we take out all the transient energy, sounds become boring. So let's show you what that means. This is K-Clip by Kazrog. They just put out an update. I missed it, but here's the update. Okay, so you see all these peaks. I'm going to exaggerate this so that it cuts off those pointy parts. Listen to how the sound becomes boring. It just sounds flat and lifeless. That's because there's no dynamic, there's no movement anymore. It's just all the same. So dynamic is important, but some people add too much dynamic, and that's a different conversation. I'm not going to bore you, but squashing your beat too much through a soft clipper, like I just did, can take out the life of your track because there's no up and downness of your track. So those are the keys. Again, some people are taking out too much of about 100 to about 400 hertz, 500 hertz. You're taking out too much energy there on your mix bus, and this is what's pulling in the life out of your track. And also soft clipping too much through the Fruity Soft Clipper. Thank you for watching this video. If you want a free course, just go to premium.busyworksbeats.com. We have a course called Mixing Fundamentals. You can sign up for your free trial today and learn the basics: compression, EQ, saturation, delay, reverb, how to clip your track, how to make stuff loud. I go over all the basics there. So go to premium.busyworksbeats.com. Peace. I'll leave a link below.